Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going over my monthly favorites from the month of July. I'm a couple days late to this one, but I've got a nice little stack here in front of me of mostly some new things that I've tried and one much older product that I probably should declutter and replace, but I did not realize I loved this thing when I first tried it out a couple of years ago. So this one should be very exciting. Before we get into all the makeup though, if you are a new visitor here, thank you for joining me today. Please consider subscribing to my channel and make sure that your notifications are turned on. And with that said, let's get right into it. Okay, so I have a smaller selection of products this month. Let's start with the new stuff. So there are a couple of new, actually a lot of new products that I tried out this month that I really was impressed with. First off, a few things from the brand Revolution. So I tried out their Wrap Lash this month and I really am impressed with this. I still don't know if I like this more than I like my e.l.f. Lash Extender Mascara, which I really love as well, but it's very good. It's very budge proof. Once this dries on your lashes, and this one is a little bit wetter of a formula than the e.l.f. one. For that reason, I think this one does take a little bit longer to apply. Like you really need to take a minute to put it on, make sure everything's dry, nothing, like your lashes aren't kind of clumping together. I do like the e.l.f. one for that reason because there's something about the drier form of that one that is one of the quickest mascaras to apply that I maybe have ever used before. This one is still not extremely wet. It's just a little bit wetter than the e.l.f. formula, but I do like the separation that it gives. It gives really good length. I don't know that it gives the most volume in the world, but it's pretty good. And this stuff does not move. I mean, it won't smudge or flake or anything, even if your eyes are watering like a faucet. At least that has been my experience so far. So I'm pretty impressed with this thing. Just an all-around good mascara, especially if you are one that looks for something that's very long wearing. Also from that brand, Makeup Revolution, and perhaps if I had to crown one thing today, the most impressive thing from the month, it would be this product right here. It is the Skin Silk Under Eye Brightener and Concealer from Revolution. This is so incredibly good. It does wonders for my under eye area. I have to say, you guys, I think I might like this one a little bit more than I like my Cali Ray Hideaway Concealer. Now, the only purpose for this is to just brighten up that under eye area. This one does have more of a peach undertone than the Cali Ray one that I loved. I have Pale Sun, and it has more of a kind of yellow undertone to it. Both of them do a really good job of brightening things up, but I think the peach in this one just really brightens up my under eye in the very best, most natural way. It's a very pigmented, thin, lightweight concealer. It just makes this under eye area right there look amazing. I feel like I look younger when my under eyes are treated very well. It's one of those things, the older I get, the more I'm moving. I mean, I'll always love all aspects of makeup, but I find if you can treat your under eye right and find the right products for that very delicate under eye area that just starts to look bad as we get older, it's gonna make a world of difference. And this is one of the best products I have found for that so far. And another thing I really like about this, if you saw the video where I tried this out a couple weeks ago, you'll have seen my reaction to this doe foot, which is metal. I love the metal doe foot. It's not like comfortable in the way that it's soft, but the cooling effect of this, which I don't know that the cooling necessarily is what's helping me, but it feels very nice on your under eye. So I will take a minute and just really kind of like massage this into my under eye to really get that like cooling effect, and I love it. I think this stuff is great. Pretty cheap. You can find this at the drugstore for under $10, and I cannot tell you guys how great my under eyes have been looking for the last couple of weeks. Another concealer that I wanted to highlight that I tried out this last month is from the brand Versed. This is their Serum Concealer. I have the shade 4W. By the way, I don't think I mentioned the shade in my Revolution one. This is Light Peach. This concealer is so good. It's kind of just an everyday basic concealer, whereas this one is specifically just kind of to target your under eye area. This concealer works everywhere. I have even used it on my under eyes. It works great. It's a nice lightweight formula, but it has really good pigmentation. You do not need a lot of product. It's nice and hydrating without it slipping and sliding around. The packaging's really nice. You get a decent amount of product. There are 0.23 ounces inside of it, and it's pretty affordable. I think this thing is full price $16, which makes me very curious to go back and try a few more things from this brand because their price point is pretty good for a product that I think is kind of more in that like high-end range. And I'm just super impressed with this. Just a good basic concealer. Let's talk about some eyeshadows. So I have a couple of eyeshadows to feature for you guys, starting with this one right here that I tried out in my Ulta video that I posted a couple of weeks ago. This is the Ultimate Warm Neutrals palette from NYX. I've heard people talk about this and just these like NYX palettes in general for a very, very long time. I don't know why it took me so long to try these out. They are a little bit on the pricier side when it comes to like drugstore palettes. I mean, they're quite large. You get a lot of shades inside here. 16 shades is a good size for a drugstore palette, but this is great. Now, it's kind of a boring palette, to be honest, but I've been dipping into this a lot. I feel like my tastes have been trending in the boring direction for the last couple of years. And if that sounds like you, if you just like good basics, especially when it comes to your finishes, like you don't want your finishes to be too metallic or duochrome or anything too fancy. You just want your eyes to look well-defined, well highlighted, without anything that's gonna punch you in the face. This is the palette for you. The shimmers are very muted. The mattes are very pigmented, but nothing's overly bold. It's just a good basic eyeshadow palette for those of you that just want an eyeshadow look that's gonna enhance the beauty of your eyes and not make a artistic statement. But I also have a couple of eyeshadows from Sydney Grace. By the way, on my eyes today is a combination of all of the eyeshadows that I'm talking about today. So I have the transition shades from the NYX palette, and then the lid shade and a matte shade from Sydney Grace. So I did order some things from Sydney Grace during their July sale. I filmed that video last week, but I have not edited it yet. So that video is going to be posted in the next couple of days. So keep an eye out for that. But I did want to talk about the eyeshadows that I tried out from them. So first off is this eyeshadow palette release that they did during their sale. It's called the Cozy Cafe palette. This is a stunning, stunning eyeshadow palette. It's very cool toned and almost gray, but I can even get along with these grays. And I don't know, I've kind of been dipping into, maybe as we get closer to fall or as I just get tired of the summer heat, I'm kind of like adding cool tones to my eyes to make me feel like fall is a little bit closer than it actually is. And I've really been enjoying it. Now, I love this row in particular. They almost look green, but they're more like neutral and sort of beige and khaki with like a subtle green tinge. They're lovely. Love the pinks in here. Even these grays I've been dipping into a little bit. Very fun palette if you are someone that likes things neutral, leaning cool, and doesn't mind a little bit of pink. It's a really good color story. Keep an eye out for that video coming very soon. By the way, today I'm wearing this shade on my inner corner, and it's lovely. If you guys haven't tried out the Sydney Grace metallic shimmers, if you like metallics, nothing beats them. They're amazing. Just keep an eye out for that video and you guys will see, when you see the swatches of this palette, you'll see why I'm so excited about it and why I couldn't wait to mention it in this video today. Also from Sydney Grace, I picked up this single shadow. This is in the shade Make It Happen. It's a matte shade. Now, I don't often get really excited about a matte eyeshadow, but as I mentioned, talking about that under eye concealer, the Skin Silk one, there's something about like taking care of your under eye and then this like inner pocket of your eye. If you're getting a little bit older and you just find your eyes just get really crepey and dark and discolored, maybe you can see like shadowing or blueness, or you just look tired all the time. If you brighten up not just your under eye, but this like inner pocket of your eye, I feel like it takes 10 years off of you. And having a good matte shade to do that with does a better job than concealer alone. So this shade, it's basically just like a matte light pink, but I'm telling you guys, the amount of pigment in this, it is going to cover everything and just give your eyes so much brightness. But the reason I like shades that have a little bit of pink or peach or a tiny bit of like a lemony or kind of ivory yellow in them, rather than just a white. A white, I almost feel like is too stark. It almost emphasizes the blue on your inner eye and looks very artificial. If you have a little bit of more of like a, probably depending on your skin tone, like a fleshy tone to it, it brightens things up without things looking artificial or odd. And this shade's been great for that. I've been using it a ton. Very good formula, strong pigmentation. You get so much color from this thing. If you like a good matte eyeshadow, whether for brightening or just for wearing all over your lid to kind of brighten things up, that one is fantastic. Okay, just a couple things left. So I have a couple of cheek products that are both very old, but I've dipped back into them and just been using them constantly for the last couple of weeks at least. First off, my Makeup by Mario. This is their Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer. It's basically a cream bronzer. I have the shade Light Medium. Now, I tried this out a couple of years ago in addition with my Charlotte Tilbury cream bronzer as well as the NARS cream bronzer, both of which I love. And I actually think those ones initially outshined this one quite a bit. I liked those ones a little bit more, I thought. But I have found myself over the last couple of years on and off dipping back into this thing, and the more I use it, the more I really like it. It's a great shade. If you have light to fair skin, this is just one of those shades. If you find bronzers to turn you too orange or to be too ashy. This is one of those shades that just is perfect. It warms you up, but it also adds a little bit of like sculpting and shaping without looking too ashy. It maybe has a bit of like a rosiness, like a subtle rosiness to it. It just looks incredibly natural. The formula is great, super easy to blend. I am wearing it on my cheeks today and I love it. It's so good. I don't know why initially I didn't think I liked this one quite as much as my NARS and my Charlotte Tilbury. I might have to go back and reevaluate which one I like better now. Honestly, I like them all. They're all good, but this one I feel like is the most user-friendly. I also have a blush. This one is old school. I mean, like before I even started doing YouTube 8 years ago, this thing was talked about here on YouTube in the early 2000s. This is Warm Soul from MAC. Beautiful color. If you have fair, light medium skin tones, if you're any darker than that, this is probably not going to show up on you. It's a very light kind of, sort of like a bronzy peach color. It's gorgeous on top of a bit of bronzer. I'm wearing it on my cheeks today. It's a very subtle pop of color, so it's not going to give you a ton. But if you don't like a bold cheek, or if you just want, honestly, you could use this product alone. Skip bronzer altogether. You could even skip your highlighter, honestly, because it does have a bit of sheen. I'm not really one to do that, but it's a great color. It's very soft. It's very, like, it's one of those colors that you swatch it and it's like, that doesn't even show up on me. But when I put it on my cheeks, you can just, it just gives you this like perfect natural amount of color if you're going for that more natural kind of makeup look. It's gorgeous. I've got another old product that I did not love the first time I tried this out color wise, and I now love it for its color. It's from Tower 28. This is their lip oil. This one is in the shade Coconut. So I have been a fan of the lip oil for a while, but I've always loved the shade Oat, which I also own. This was the first color I ever tried from in this line, and I thought it was a little bit too colorful or pink. Like I kind of was just into, I guess, more of a muted lip back then. This isn't even that bold and colorful. I don't know why I thought that it was at the time. Anyways, it's a beautiful, I think it's described on the website. Actually, let me look it up because I thought the description was so perfect. They describe it as a semi-sheer milky rose pink, which is a perfect description. This is the one that I'm wearing on my lips today. Let me just go ahead and apply a tiny bit more. It's like the perfect soft, natural looking pink. It's so pretty. You don't even need a lip liner underneath this. And I am not one to often skip my lip liner. Honestly, mine's a bit old. I've had this thing for like 2.5, maybe 3 years, which it's starting to smell not bad, but it doesn't smell great. I mean, these aren't scented to begin with. I kind of wish that they were, but I probably should replace this with a new one, but I really like this now. I don't know why I didn't like it initially. The last two things are not makeup products. First off is this sharpener. Persona sent this to me a couple of years ago. It's one of those things you don't really think to talk about, a pencil sharpener. Although I never talk about that, there's something about having a really good sharpener that's just invaluable. This one is incredible. It sharpens all of my pencils, lip pencils, eye pencils perfectly. It actually gets them to like almost a factory point, which I have not had a sharpener that does this like this before. This is my Wet n Wild liner, which you guys know that I love and I always talk about, but I've never had a pencil sharpener that can get this pointed, and I've actually used this a couple of times since I've sharpened it, but it gives me such a nice precise tip on top of my pencils. It works on even the plasticky ones. It works on a wooden pencil. Honestly, it sharpens everything. It's nice and sharp. I've been using it for a couple of years now and it has not dulled at all. You can get it on Ulta's website for $8 and I highly recommend picking something like this up that you think you don't need, or maybe what you have is working fine for you, until you try a really good one. You realize, wow, I've been missing out this whole time. All right, and the last thing I want to talk about is a fragrance. So I got this in my Ulta order that I placed in July. July is my birthday month and they had this as a birthday gift option. It's from Lancome. It's the Lancome, I think it's just called Lancome Idole. Oh my gosh, this smells like heaven. I mean, I don't pretend to be an expert when it comes to fragrances. I'm pretty basic when it comes to fragrances. I don't really know my notes like some people do. All I know is that this smells so good. And it smells even better on you. And it's one of those perfumes that you put on like the tiniest dot and it lasts all day. I can smell it on myself late into the evening. That is kind of rare to find, especially if you are one that goes kind of the trying to find cheaper options route, that you don't have to spend $100 for a bottle of perfume. But this is one of the few perfumes that I actually went back on their website and looked up the full size bottle. I might have to pick that one up. I'll probably wait till it goes on sale a little bit because I think the very large bottle, the 3.4 ounce, is like $140. But I could see myself like this being a signature fragrance for me, and you would not need a lot of it because it just is so incredibly strong. If it happens to be available for you during your birthday month, I highly recommend throwing it into your bag. It smells amazing. I've been saving it for like special occasions. I'll wear it like on Sunday. By the way, the bottle, I did read a couple of reviews on this specific sample that said don't take it traveling because the little bottle is just open. It has like a little like rubber stopper at the top, and then it's just open, so you basically just dab it on. So this thing will be a nightmare if you put it in your purse. Keep it on your desk or on your vanity or wherever you put your perfumes. But yeah, I had to talk about this because I'm wild about this smell. It smells so good. It's a very like florally, kind of fruity, florally, soft, summery. No, I shouldn't do the description thing. It just smells really good. Let's just leave it at that. All right, you guys, and that is everything. Those are my favorite products from the month of July. What did you guys think? What did you guys try out this last month that you really loved? Maybe you rediscovered some old favorites, like a 3-year-old lip gloss that made it back into your purse. I would love to hear. I hope you guys are doing well and looking forward to the month of August. I am so ready for fall. I know we're not there yet, but I'm very much looking forward to fall getting closer. Thank you guys again for stopping by. Please make sure that you subscribe if you have not done that yet, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.